The vibe is immediately chaotic as Deadpool dives into a mission without the usual boss man around. Instead of the big shot Nick Fury, they are stuck with a total random named Carl on the comms. It is giving major disappointment energy, but the mission to reclaim a helicarrier from some terrorists is strictly for the plot, so they roll with it anyway. Things are escalating quickly as Deadpool blasts through enemy waves, but the banter with Carl is the real highlight. Carl is trying his best to be professional, but Deadpool is absolutely roasting him for being a total newbie. It is actually kind of wholesome in a twisted way, watching this chaotic mentorship unfold while everything explodes in the background. They are finding grenades and treating them like toys, totally ignoring safety protocols because logic is optional here. Carl is stressing out on the headset, reading manuals like a nerd, while Deadpool is just pressing buttons to see what blows up first. As they push deeper into the ship, the conversation turns to backstory, and it is honestly hilarious how little Deadpool cares about S.H.I.E.L.D. politics. They are just here for the loot and the violence. Finding experimental weapons is a total win, and the excitement over a grapple gun proves that deep down, everyone just wants to be a cool action figure. The villain finally shows his face, and his monologue is absolutely mid. He is trying so hard to be intimidating with his speeches about world order, but Deadpool is just not having it. They start roasting his outfit and his motives immediately, turning what should be a serious confrontation into a total roast session that leaves the bad guy fuming. The fight kicks off, and the villain is getting absolutely schooled. He talks a big game about destroying governments, but he cannot even handle one chaotic mercenary with a sword. The banter during the fight is relentless, with Deadpool making fun of his acronyms and his entire brand. It is satisfying to watch someone get humbled this hard in real time. Suddenly, the setting shifts dramatically, and Deadpool wakes up in a bizarre alien studio. It is a total fever dream moment. They meet a gross producer blob named Mojo who acts like every toxic influencer manager ever. He is talking about ratings and engagement like his life depends on it, which is honestly too real for the current digital landscape. Mojo explains the new gig, and it is basically a forced reality show where death is the main content. Deadpool is skeptical until they hear about the potential for fame and money. Suddenly, selling out sounds like a great idea. It is a commentary on how everyone has a price, especially when verified status and endless followers are part of the deal. Deadpool gets a tour of the facilities from a sycophantic assistant, and the whole place screams dystopian content farm. They are told they can buy upgrades with the money they earn from viewers, effectively turning murder into a microtransaction economy. It is bleak, but also kind of genius. Deadpool is ready to secure the bag and look good doing it. The first recruitment mission begins, and the target is an old flame from ninja school. Deadpool drops into her coronation ceremony like a party crasher, completely ruining the vibe. The tension between them is palpable, but it is masked by layers of sarcasm and awkward history. It is giving Toxic X energy, but in a way that makes for incredible television. While navigating the enemy compound, Deadpool is partnered with a multi-armed producer who hates their guts. The dynamic is pure chaos, with them bickering constantly over the comms. She thinks she is better than him, and he is just trying to annoy her into submission. It is the start of a beautiful, hate-filled friendship that the audience is going to eat up. The level design gets weird as they start encountering traps and ninjas everywhere. Deadpool and his handler trade barbs about their backstories, revealing that neither of them is exactly stable. They bond over their mutual dislike of everything, proving that sometimes shared hatred is the strongest foundation for a relationship. The banter is sharp, cutting, and absolutely relentless throughout the mission. In a weird side quest moment, Deadpool meets a ghost with unfinished business. Instead of ignoring it, they actually help him out, showing a rare moment of somewhat genuine kindness. Of course, they ruin it immediately with a joke, but for a second it looked like character growth. The ghost just wanted to deliver a flower, which is surprisingly wholesome. The ghost interactions continue as Deadpool meets another spirit who wants to pass on a secret technique. It is classic video game logic where doing a fetch quest unlocks a new move. Deadpool mocks the whole process while doing it anyway, because who turns down a power upgrade? It is a funny critique of how tedious RPG mechanics can feel. Things take a turn for the bizarre when the next ghost asks Deadpool to feed their pet. The pet turns out to be a massive, terrifying monster cat. Instead of fighting it, Deadpool just feeds it, and the creature is weirdly cute in a grotesque way. It is a perfect example of how this world blends horror and comedy seamlessly. Another ghost appears with a sob story about being a pirate king, which is a hilarious nod to popular anime culture. Deadpool has absolutely no patience for a long, drawn-out quest line, and basically shortcuts the whole thing. It is satisfying to see someone reject the main character energy of an NPC just to get on with the actual mission. Finally reaching the inner sanctum, Deadpool prepares to face the target. They are hyping themselves up, but the stealth approach fails immediately because being quiet is not in their brand. They decide to go loud and proud, alerting every enemy in the vicinity. It is a disaster tactically, but strategically perfect for generating high-octane content for the live stream. The confrontation with the target is intense. She is furious about the interruption, and Deadpool is just cracking jokes about their shared past. They fight, but it feels more like a violent dance between people who know each other too well. The dialogue is full of references to their school days, painting a picture of a truly dysfunctional high school experience. The battle escalates, and Deadpool starts gaining the upper hand. They use dirty tactics and constant mockery to throw her off balance. It is not an honorable fight, but honor does not pay the bills in this economy. The goal is to capture her for the show, and Deadpool is willing to do whatever it takes to close the deal. Back at headquarters, the boss is thrilled with the performance. The ratings are climbing, and Deadpool is becoming a fan favorite. The handler is seething with jealousy, clearly threatened by the new star in town. It creates a delicious workplace rivalry that adds another layer of drama to the proceedings. Everyone is fake nice, but the knives are definitely out. Deadpool is thrown into the arena for a special exhibition match. They are teamed up with alternate versions of themselves, which is a total trip. The chemistry is chaotic, with too many big personalities fighting for the spotlight. It is a meta-commentary on franchise saturation, but watching them wreck house together is undeniably entertaining for the viewers at home. The next mission briefing drops, and it is a big one. The target is a literal demon lord located in Las Vegas. The absurdity of finding a hell lord in a casino is not lost on anyone. The handler is annoyed by Deadpool's casual attitude toward eternal damnation, but Deadpool is just excited to hit the slots and cause chaos. Arriving at the casino, Deadpool is told they cannot bring weapons inside. This restriction is immediately flagged as a major problem, but they try to smooth talk their way past security. It fails, obviously. They have to get creative, which usually means causing a distraction or breaking things until someone stops them. The vibe is very heist movie gone wrong. Inside the casino, Deadpool runs into another famous anti-hero with a flaming skull. This guy is also hunting the demon, creating a conflict of interest. They have a tense standoff over who gets dibs on the target. It is a clash of egos, with both characters refusing to back down. The tension is high, but the dialogue remains hilariously petty. The two anti-heroes decide to begrudgingly work together, mostly because neither wants the other to succeed alone. They tear through the casino, destroying demon henchmen and slot machines alike. The visuals are insane, with neon lights and hellfire mixing everywhere. It is the ultimate crossover episode, and the sheer destruction is exactly what the audience tuned in to see. They finally corner the Demon Lord, who is arrogant and dismissive. He thinks he can talk his way out of it, but Deadpool is not listening. The Flaming Skull guy wants vengeance, but Deadpool just wants to get paid. This conflict of motivations leads to a chaotic three-way brawl where allegiances shift constantly. It is messy, loud, and absolutely glorious. In a twist, Deadpool betrays the Flaming Skull guy to secure the capture for themselves. It is a cold move, but strictly business. The demon is portaled away to the studio, leaving the Skull guy furious. Deadpool shrugs it off, proving that in the content game, you have to be willing to burn bridges if you want to stay trending. The next mission takes Deadpool to space. They are hunting a rogue AI on a galactic peacekeeping ship. The environment is sterile and futuristic, a stark contrast to the previous locations. The handler is back on comms, acting superior as always. Deadpool is just happy to have a change of scenery, even if space travel makes them a little motion sick. To navigate the massive ship, Deadpool has to fix a tram system. It involves some tech support, puzzling that they are barely qualified for. They manage to get it working by mashing buttons and hoping for the best. The ride is peaceful for about 5 seconds before things start going wrong, because nothing in this hero's life is ever easy. Deadpool discovers the ship is infested with parasitic aliens. It is a total horror movie scenario. They stumble upon a survivor who is about to be implanted, which is gross. Deadpool saves them, but is more concerned about finding the robot target. The juxtaposition of terrifying body horror and Deadpool's flippant attitude creates a unique dark comedy vibe. A cosmic superhero arrives on the scene, angry about the infestation and Deadpool's presence. They have a tense exchange where Deadpool steals a helmet to gain clearance. The cosmic hero reluctantly agrees to a temporary truce because the situation is dire. It is another classic team-up born out of necessity, with plenty of friction to keep things interesting. Deadpool goes rogue on the plan almost immediately, deciding to use the alien queen as bait for the robot. The handler advises against it, calling it reckless, which it absolutely is. But Deadpool operates on chaos theory, trusting that making a big enough mess will eventually reveal the solution. It is high-risk, high-reward gameplay at its finest. The robot target hijacks the tram system, taunting Deadpool over the speakers. He has a god complex and loves to monologue about biological inferiority. Deadpool is just trying not to crash while fighting off waves of alien bugs. It is a frantic sequence that tests Deadpool's reflexes and their patience for villainous speeches. Deadpool reaches the Queen's chamber and finds the robot trying to merge with her. It is a disgusting and terrifying concept, a techno-organic nightmare. The robot wants to become the ultimate life form, but Deadpool just thinks it looks ugly. They interrupt the process with violence, aiming to stop the merger before it becomes unstoppable. After a grueling fight, Deadpool defeats the hybrid monstrosity. The cosmic hero shows up late, upset about the mess, but thankful the threat is neutralized. Deadpool portals the robot away and keeps the stolen helmet as a souvenir. It is a solid win, leaving the cosmic hero frustrated but unable to do anything about it. Another successful retrieval in the books. Back at base, the handler is acting strangely nice, which is suspicious. The next target is a super soldier located in a snowy wasteland. Deadpool is dropped into the cold without a jacket, complaining immediately. The target is a ruthless killer with tentacles, so this is going to be a physical fight. Deadpool gears up for a brawl in the snow. To breach the enemy base, Deadpool gets to drive a massive tank. This is basically a dream come true. They rampage through the defenses, blowing everything up with glee. The handler tries to give tactical advice, but Deadpool is too busy enjoying the destruction to listen. It is pure vehicle combat joy, satisfying that primal urge to crush things. Deadpool encounters a puzzle involving electrified bridges. It requires getting shocked repeatedly to solve, which they complain about loudly. It is a slapstick routine of pain and progress. They finally get the bridge down, proving that persistence and a high pain tolerance are sometimes more valuable than actual intelligence. The path to the boss is finally open. The boss fight against the tentacled soldier is brutal. He drains life energy, making him a difficult opponent. Deadpool has to be smart, using the environment to weaken him. They trade blows and insults in equal measure. Finally, Deadpool overpowers him, knocking him out cold. It is a hard-fought victory that leaves Deadpool battered but triumphant. The handler's attitude shifts back to hostility, revealing her true colors. She is threatened by Deadpool's success and is done playing nice. Deadpool tries to brush it off with humor, but the tension is real. The workplace environment has gone from toxic to actively dangerous. It is clear that a confrontation is brewing between them. The boss throws Deadpool into a dream dimension for the next arena challenge. Nothing makes sense here. Physics are broken and the logic is dreamlike. Deadpool has to escort a helpless companion through a nightmare gauntlet. It is frustrating and weird, testing their sanity as much as their combat skills. They survive, but just barely. The boss reveals his master plan. He wants Deadpool to replace the handler as the new permanent champion. He hypes it up as the ultimate honor, but Deadpool smells a rat. The handler is devastated, realizing she is being discarded. It is a harsh look at how disposable talent is in the entertainment industry. You are only as good as your last season. Deadpool tries to refuse, not wanting to screw over his co-worker, even if she is mean. But the boss forces the issue, pitting them against each other. The handler feels betrayed and lashes out. Deadpool is stuck in the middle, trying to navigate a situation where winning means destroying someone's life. It is surprisingly heavy for a comedy game. The gauntlet begins. Deadpool has to fight all the previous bosses again in the arena. First up is the Ninja Lady. She is angrier than before, humiliated by her capture. Deadpool beats her down again, proving the first time wasn't a fluke. It is a tedious boss rush, but the crowd loves seeing the greatest hits played out live. The fight continues, and Deadpool is clearly getting tired of this. They are just going through the motions, wanting it to be over. The boss keeps adding commentary, trying to hype up the violence. Deadpool is starting to resent the audience and the show itself. They are winning, but the victory feels hollow and manufactured. Next is the Demon Lord again. This time, the fight involves a twisted game of chance. Deadpool cheats to win because playing fair against a demon is stupid. The audience cheers for the deception, showing that they don't care about rules, only entertainment. The demon is sent packing, humiliated once more. Deadpool is on a roll, but the mood is grim. The robot and his alien queen are next. The boss decides to merge Deadpool with the robot for extra drama. Deadpool has to fight for control of their own body while battling the enemy. It is a mental and physical struggle. They manage to reject the merger through sheer force of will and annoyance, defeating the robot again. The final rematch is against the super soldier. Deadpool is exhausted but refuses to stay down. They use every trick in the book to win. The crowd is going wild, screaming for blood. Deadpool delivers the final blow, securing the championship. But instead of celebrating, they just want to go home. The glory of the arena has completely faded. The boss drops the bombshell. The contract is indefinite. Deadpool is trapped here forever as the champion. The handler is fired and stripped of her power. Deadpool realizes they have been played. Success was just a trap. They look at the fallen handler and realize that they are the only one who can save her. It is time to flip the script. Deadpool makes a choice. Instead of accepting the crown, they decide to burn the whole studio down. They revive the handler, forming an alliance against the boss. It is a redemption arc for both of them. They are no longer rivals. They are partners in crime. The goal is no longer fame. It is freedom and revenge. Deadpool summons their alternate selves from across the multiverse to help. It is a chaotic army of snarky assassins. They storm the executive offices, tearing through security. The boss tries to hide behind his lawyers and contracts, but legal paperwork is no match for swords and explosives. The revolution is being televised, and it is spectacular. The final obstacle is the sycophantic assistant, now piloting a giant mech suit. He tries to stop them, but he is outmatched. Deadpool destroys the mech and deletes the contracts from the mainframe. It is a symbolic victory of labor over management. The system is dismantled, and the talent is finally free to determine their own destiny. With the studio in ruins, the handler is free. She offers Deadpool a way home, but they hesitate. After everything going back to normal seems boring, they decide to stick around and run the arena their way, turning it into a chaotic playground rather than a prison. It is a happy ending for a bunch of degenerates who found purpose in the madness.